Hi, how's it going, friends? I'm Darkoburi, the collector, and today we're going to have a double unboxing. For today's episode, we're going to do this double unboxing of these Dragon Ball pieces. On this side, we have a Vegeta from Dragon Ball GT, and over here we have a Vegito, who mainly appears in Dragon Ball Z. We also see him in the movie, which is with the Patera fusion, but we're going to unbox these two awesome pieces from the Banpresto brand. To start the unboxing, we're going to begin with this Vegeta, which honestly, if you look at it, is a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and that's why I brought these Ozaru. Let's remember that the Prince of the Saiyans, the first time he arrives on Earth and faces Goku, transforms as a last resort into this giant ape, which is triggered by the Plop's waves from the moon. So Vegeta, in his Super Saiyan 4 transformation, uses that machine Bulma made, which recreates the effect of the moon's Plop's rays so he can transform into this giant ape. He transforms into a golden ape, as if he were a Super Saiyan 1, and then completes the transformation into Super Saiyan 4. So, here in this tribute they made in Banpresto's Blood of Silence, we're going to have the Prince of the Saiyans at his peak power. And now, to do the unboxing of this piece, let's briefly take a look at the box, which, as you can see, shows the figure we're going to get. The line here is Blood of Silence from the brand. Let's see where it is. It's on this side, the Banpresto brand. Let's remember that all our Banpresto pieces come with this hologram, which is from Toei Animation, and honestly, they're the ones who have the license to make these figures. It's from Dragon Ball GT, and what's special is that it's from Blood of Silence, but it's the special number 4. Why did I bring this other piece over here? Because this one is number 8. If you look, it's from the same line, but this one is number 8. That's why both of them are going to be featured in this video on the channel. Remember that the Banpresto parts here always come protected with a bag. Here we have, finally, our super awesome piece. Usually, our Banpresto pieces here come with the torso part and the legs. We have our base here where our character will be inserted, and here on the bottom of the piece it just says, Banpresto 2019, made in China. As an extra element, it comes with this tail, which is from the Saiyan race, from the Saiyan race, and when they transform into Super Saiyan 4, that's when it grows back. Let's remember that when Goku was a child, if someone pulled his tail, he would lose all his energy. That's why they usually have their tail wrapped around their waist. Almost all Saiyans keep it wrapped around their waist so no one pulls it, and it's what reacts to the moon's rays. So let's put it together. It's actually very easy to assemble the piece. Sometimes I get pieces in Super Saiyan 3 form, where you can't fit them because the head is too pointy, and you just have to put one foot into each side here. And the last part we're going to look at is here, the tail part with Vegeta. And here we'll have it already displayed for the channel. So let's take a closer look at it for a bit, and then we'll start telling you the details of this amazing piece. And now, if we start looking at the details of Vegeta's face, he's always had this part with a huge forehead, those big receding hairlines. It almost looks like a parking lot on our incredible character. But the first difference I notice is that the character used to have blue eyes, and here they look green. Let's remember that in the Super Saiyan Phase 1 transformation, that's when their eyes turn green. In the initial transformations, the hair turns yellow. But when he transforms into Super Saiyan 4, if you notice, his hair is brown, and here they exaggerated it a bit more, maybe to make it look more illuminated. If you look closely, the hair is thick and all in a dark brown color. And here, the part where the fur covers his whole body was red. Here, I can see it looks a bit red, kind of orange. Maybe that's how they wanted to design the figure for this special edition, so they left it like that. And we can see this part here, the gloves and the boots. Remember that the gloves and boots of the Super Saiyans, or the Saiyan race under Frieza's command, were white. If you notice, here it's purple. So, that means the transformation has something to do with it. It's affecting the color of the figure, which is why we have these exotic colors. The pants have nothing to do with what our warriors used to wear. If you notice, it was always blue pants, blue sleeves, which are now gone on this character, white gloves, and white boots. Here is the Ozaru, and I'm going to show you a surprise element, which is this Nappa. As you know, he's the character who came to Earth with Vegeta, and this is the element I was talking about. They usually tied their tails around their waists like a belt, and from the beginning to the end, they had it. What for? To prevent someone from pulling their tail, because if that happened, they would fall asleep, lose their power, and become unconscious. So, all the Saiyan warriors wore their tails like this. Let's set good old Nappa aside here and now take a closer look at this piece. An essential part of this unboxing is going to be this Vegeta right here in Super Saiyan 2, which I just tossed over there. Honestly, sorry about that, Vegeta. And like I said, it's from the Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT sagas. We're also going to have, like I mentioned before, this is a special edition. Here you can see it, Blood of Saiyans. This is edition number 8, and remember that Vegeta is edition number 4. We also did an unboxing. We already have quite a few of this character, between Gogeta and Vegeta, which you can check out here on my channel. I suggest you go watch it right away, and now we're going to analyze this much more quickly. We still have our Toei animation seal. Here we have the image of what our character will look like, and without further delay, let's get to the essential part. And now that we've taken out our Vegeta, I'm going to pause for a moment to give away this Ikki the Phoenix Funko Pop right here. If you tell me the Japanese name of his Phoenix Phantom Fist attack, and also say, "Send me greetings, Darkoburi," and leave your name. Remember, this could be yours here on the Darkoburi channel. And now let's get back to the interesting part. Here's the piece. As you can see, we're going to assemble it very simply. It just snaps in. Obviously, be careful because if it falls, the pieces can go flying. And we need to be even more careful with this, because the part that fits into the base, right here at Vegeta's waist, these are pieces that I've actually broken before. From having all this weight on it, honestly, one of my figures gave out and I couldn't put it back anymore. So I have a Goku over there that's more lying down than standing up. Because if you notice, the support point is only right here, leaving the whole character and all the weight on top. So, if you're not going to have it on display, take it down from here so that this whole part that's holding it doesn't end up falling apart. If you look, it's the characteristic golden hair, but now it really went from being yellow to gold. We have the Patera earrings, which are what allowed the fusion. Remember, I once posted a trivia question about how long the fusion with the Patera lasts. They've changed it over time. They fought once against Majin Buu using them, then they fight in the underworld. And here we have the Patera earrings that are suddenly green, then in Dragon Ball Super they were green, and now here they're yellow. If you know what color the Patera are, leave it in the comments. If you think this gold color that Vegeta has here for the Patera is correct, also let us know there. And the rest of what we see here in Goku's outfit is a combination of Goku's orange and Vegeta's blue. Here we have once again the boots with the characteristic gold color on the tip. The sole is super simple, but remember, they're white boots. Here we also have the white gloves, the short-sleeved shirt, which is very different from what Vegeta wears here, since his is always a long-sleeved blue shirt. And all the other details are just simple colors. Check out the green eyes of our character too, because he's in Super Saiyan Phase 2. So let's take a closer look to see all the details of this amazing piece. Let me know in the comments which of the two pieces you liked more. Honestly, hear the power that Vegeta gives off as Super Saiyan 4 versus Vegito, who to me is in Super Saiyan 2. Leave it in the comments. If it were a fair fight, which one do you think would win in terms of power? Also, let's remember here the Big Bang attack that both characters have, because here we have Vegeta. So, which of the two would be more powerful? Leave all that in the comments. And now let's get started with the closing of the video. You already know the drill. Subscribe to the social media channels, turn on the notification bell, hit the like button. Hold on. I'm being told that we have a third item to unbox. And we can't leave without unboxing this Banpresto figure. But this time it's Bardock, who is Goku's father. To unbox this Bardock, let's remember that this is a different edition. Here we have it. This is a Creator X Creator, which has nothing to do with these figures over here, which are Blood of Saiyans. And the interesting thing about the box here is that it says A. Remember, sometimes they release figures labeled A and B. One is black and white, the other is in color. Now, it could be different colors. I'm bringing you here on the Darkoburi channel the A version. Let's remember again that this is Banpresto and from Dragon Ball Z. So let's do a super quick unboxing of this figure, which is Bardock, Goku's father, and one of the first to face off against Frieza when he was trying to destroy planet Vegeta, and who dies in the attempt. Looking at it this way, here Bardock's armor is green. Here, Nappa's armor is brown. Over here, on this side, Vegeta's armor looks kind of yellow, and here it's darker. So, I think there was a factory where you could go, and they'd paint your armor for you. What color do you want it? I want it red, and they'd give it to you red. This one wanted it green, so they gave it to him green. This one wanted it brown and said, I'll take it brown. Here, even the boots, they say, if I match the armor for you, I'll match the boots too. Check out the distinctive feature. Each person got their own boots, shoulder pads, and suit made for them. Here, everything else is different now. Here, Vegeta also had his yellow boots, just like Vegeto's. Bardock's distinguishing feature is the scar here on his cheek, which makes him look a lot like Goku, the figure, but it's not exactly Goku. It's the scar that lets us know he's the father. There's also a movie where a character named Tills appears. It's like Turtle, or who knows what they meant by that. And he also looks just like Goku. So both Bardock, his brother, and Goku all share the same appearance. Goten also ends up looking like them. Once they're all grown up, we won't be able to tell who's who, except for Bardock, because he has the scar here. Everything else shows us an impressive figure, with the armor broken on this side, and now, yes, ready to fight. He puts on his red bandana. Here we have the part of the arms, with all of this wrapped around here. We see the blue pants and everything else matching. If I have red here, I have red here, and over here I have green, and everything else turns green. So I'll leave you to take a look at this piece, which, even though they're simple pieces, are easy to collect and to find. That's what Banpresto offers. You get some very, very accessible pieces, ranging from 800 to 1500 Mexican pesos, so it's easy to get your hands on. And here I leave Bardock for you so you can see the whole piece in detail. And to wrap up this unboxing, I brought you this second Bardock figure that's now part of Darkoburi's collection. And a question comes to mind that I want you to help me answer. If you notice, here Bardock's tail is brown, but his hair is black, and over here Bardock has black hair, but the tail, what color is it? Black. All the tails should be brown, right? Do you remember when all the Saiyans appeared? Leave a comment below, or let me know if this figure is correct, with black hair and a tail that matches the hair color. And we're also going to give some shoutouts to Gianfranco from Costa Rica, who was kind enough to write to us, and honestly, thank you so much to all of you. And to BB and Bab, to both of you, thank you so much for always keeping up with our videos here on the Darkoburi channel. And you should also subscribe, hit the heart, like, and show us some love. Share the video, share it with all your friends, and follow us on all our social media. Remember, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. We're on all the social networks. So wherever you are, drop your super powerful like because honestly, it really helps us out. If you liked this video, leave a comment. And if you didn't, leave one too. If you have suggestions for any unboxing, remember we have tons and tons of pieces of all kinds. Let us know which anime you like the most. You already know. Darkoburi Peace Out. Darkoburi.